Now, I'm sure you've heard it. Write a book in a weekend, write a book in a day. AI can write your book in hours, minutes, seconds. And I totally get the appeal. I totally get it. And it has its place. Those methods have their place. They're great for lead magnet only content. But if you're trying to write a book that attracts high value clients and possibly even leaves a legacy, that's not the way to go. Slowing down can actually speed up your process of writing a high quality book. And in this episode of Coffee with Karma, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons that is true. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help executive coaches, business leaders, and consultants write, publish, and market a client attracting book that only they can write while having fun and using AI as an assistant to speed up the process, but not take away their voice. So let's get to the 5 reasons. Number 1, clarity comes from stillness, not hustle. Some of your best ideas are more than likely whispered to you in the moments that you're resting, taking a shower, sleeping, maybe pausing for a moment over a nice hot cup of tea. When you're slowed down, that's when the divine can talk to you. And believe me, I know I hustle myself, but when it comes to writing my book, I've learned that trying to write it fast doesn't work for me. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work for everyone. I'm saying it doesn't work for certain types of people who are looking for something deeper, something longer lasting, something impactful. And so if you're constantly in chaos, constantly in hustle, the right message is going to have a hard time reaching you. So slow down, be still, let your true message come through. Number 2, integration prevents reinvention. This may or may not be you, but I've found that when I'm like hustling and getting faster and faster and faster, I start, rather than using the content I already have and deepening it and making it stronger and making it more resonant, I just start creating new stuff. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, except for when you need to deepen your message. You can't deepen your message if you never go back to it and you keep reinventing something new. When you rush, you often end up rewriting later. For example, case in point, it all starts with an idea. I rushed that to market. And honestly, I'm probably going to have to completely rewrite it before I put it into a physical book. Because, well, 2 reasons. One, I don't think it's up to my standards. I mean, it works perfectly fine. If you bought it, great. If you didn't, that's fine too. But number 2, as I'm building out Road Trip to Authority, some of my methodologies are fine-tuning, getting better, more nuanced. And this is interesting because I first came up with my methodology a few years ago and introduced it during webinars. By the time I got to the book, it had been fine-tuned, and now it's fine-tuned even further. So when I come out with a second edition of the book, it'll be even better. And that's because I've allowed time to slow down a little bit as I really develop out what am I trying to accomplish with this idea of how to come up with the right idea. Plus, technology keeps changing. So like, oh yeah, no, that's not available anymore. So I'm working on making it more timeless so that it's not dependent on specific things, but principles. And that only comes from digging deeper into that same idea over and over rather than constantly going to the new next thing. Number 3, fast can be fragile. Books written in a rush. Well, they often collapse under real world use. Slowness builds structure, stability, integrity, or structural integrity, and then your book can become an evergreen asset. If you're rushing through it, you may just stay with surface trendy stuff and then the book is no longer useful. It's kind of like a lot of those write your book with AI that like came out like a couple of months after ChatGPT hit big. I have not picked up one of them, but I would not be surprised if 75% of the content in that book is no longer relevant because AI is evolving so quickly. If I were to write a book about AI, it would be about the principles behind the use, not use this tool to do this thing, because AI is evolving way too much, way too fast. Number 4, you need time to own your author identity. Rushing a book out leaves you often feeling like you've just created a lead magnet. And I don't know about you, but lead magnets are constantly being reinvented and redone and thrown away and only available for a month and then they're gone. Do you want your book to be like that? Of course not. You just spent a while on it. Even if you rushed it, you may have been spending a lot of time on it because there's all this idea that percolated before you did the actual writing. So being an author is not a sprint. It's not even a marathon. It's more like an evolution. It's something that takes time for it to settle and settle and settle into who you are. So give it its time. Give it its time. And finally, number 5, fast writing feeds doubt. Slow writing builds confidence. So when you rush, you are more likely to second guess yourself. Whereas if you take your time and build the foundations before you sit down to write, and then you think things through, you start building confidence because you start seeing things in yourself that you may have missed if you'd gone faster. So confidence is a byproduct of intentional, unrushed creation. So there you go. 5 reasons why writing more slowly can actually bring you out a better book. Now, later this morning, the Right to Lead newsletter is coming out, and my article is all about the slow author movement. If you would like to read that, drop slow author in the comments, and I will send you a link to that article. Also, if you would like to learn more things about what goes behind the scenes here on Coffee with Karma and in my greater business, then you'll want to check out the Backstage Blend. It's a new membership that I've added to my Buy Me a Coffee page. It's $5 a month and you get all sorts of goodies. Just go to buymeacoffee.com/Karma Spence or put your phone right here at this QR code and scroll down the page a little bit and you'll see that the Backstage Blend, $5 a month, and you get all the juicy inside behind the scenes stuff. So there you go. 5 reasons that writing slower is better. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please check out the next video popping up right around here. And if you are watching this video on YouTube, like the channel, like this video, ring the bell so that this podcast and others can get out to more people. This is Karma Spence saying ciao for now.